Well, it is now time for the Good Catch Fishing Report with Captain Dylan Hubbard. He's over at Hubbard's Marina at John's Pass. Hey, Dylan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you guys this morning?
We're good. We're good here. Hey, I hear you have a really, some good news. I hear you a good update on red tide.
Yes, sir. The red tide is virtually gone from the area, and I'm tentatively excited about that. 2 weeks in a row now, we haven't seen any red tide, even background levels on the forecast. So hoping and praying it stays that way and we get some reprieve and the area can kind of bounce back from that extended red tide period we had this spring and summer. But good news on that front.
Sure
definitely.
is. Sure is. Let's get some good news on what you're catching. What's going on inshore?
Well, right now we've seen a great snook bite. The snook have definitely picked up this past week, even towards the end of last weekend when that weather was still adverse. People were out catching a bunch of those fish through the rain and weather. The snook really get excited when the weather's adverse and moving around. It makes it easier for them to ambush that prey moving by the structures that they're hanging on, whether it's a bridge, a dock, a grass flat, or a mangrove shoreline. The snook really feed actively around those pressure changes, and the fish have been really good even through the nicer weather. At the end of this week, we're still finding them in the passes and along our beaches, and most of the fish have moved back into the back bay snook wise, but there's still some in the passes. Redfish action has slowed down a little bit. We've definitely seen kind of a decline in the redfish, but you're finding them during the day around mullet schools of the grass flats, mangrove shorelines, oyster bars. Residential canals and dock lines are becoming that hot spot as that water temperature drops. We're seeing a lot of trout on those edges of the flats, the potholes. They're starting to move shallower. We're starting to see those bigger trout feeding better too. The flounder action has picked up. We're seeing a lot of them around those potholes, edges, ledges, and around different passes, hanging on that sandy bottom, ambushing passing prey that ventures too close to the bottom. We've seen a lot of sheepshead around our local docks, piers, bridges, jetties, any local structure holding plentiful sheepshead, and they're getting more and more aggressive as that water temperature drops. We've seen a decline in the number of mangrove snapper, but those sheepshead are filling in those areas around structure. Pompano action has picked up quite a bit around our local passes. Look for those sandy areas, work those pompano jigs, live shrimp on the bottom, or even sand fleas. And then a lot of triple tail continue around the area. Any floating debris, you can find a triple tail. And that's about it inshore, Russell.
Okay, we've got a little time left for near shore and offshore. What's going on?
Well, near shore, the Gag Grouper are finally starting to come in and get more aggressive. These cold fronts barrage in the area, get those Gag Grouper coming in to feed actively before their springtime move to their spawning aggregation sites. So we got a lot of aggressive Gag Grouper moving shallower and shallower. We've seen a great hogfish bite. The hogfish bite's definitely picking up near shore. Around 40 to about 70 foot of water is a great area to target those hogfish. Gag Grouper and a great mangrove snapper bite with some mackerel and kingfish mixed in around 60 to 100 foot of water. Out deeper, past 100 foot, incredible Gag Grouper lately. Big scamp grouper, mangrove snapper, and big blackfin tuna. It's a great time to get out there on the water.
You know, you say it's a great time to get out there. I was going to come out this weekend. What are you laughing at? I was going to come out this weekend, and I looked at my calendar, and I'm just too busy.
Well, don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy.
Hey, we love you. We'll talk soon. Have a good weekend, man.